Dan Graziano from ESPN on if Myles Garrett should be somebody the Browns listen to trade offers on.
They've consistently said no for years. And to this point, my understanding is that they don't want to trade him. He tried to make an issue of it last year, and then they were just like, well, here's all the money. And he's like, okay, I'll stay. But the contract doesn't really make him untradeable. If you look at what they did to the contract last year, there would be a dead money hit. But in this era of, the Broncos can cut Russell Wilson and take $80 million dead money and still make the playoffs, it's not prohibitive. So if Myles wanted out and really were to dig in and make an issue of it to an extent that he definitely did not last year, he spent Super Bowl week telling everybody he wanted out, and then he signed before free agency even started. If he were to sit out chunks of the offseason or threaten to hold out in training camp or the regular season, and Cleveland got to a point where they were convinced he wasn't going to play for them, I think they'd change their mind. I think they should consider it because the value of the asset and how far away they are from contention, but so far they have not.
Two things, Lance. He has a no-trade clause, so he can make sure he doesn't go to a team that's not really in contention. And NFL teams turn around so quickly. Myles Garrett is in the prime of his career. He has more than a couple of good years left. So
once again,
so hell no, I wouldn't trade him.
That to me makes absolute sense. I heard, I was talking last night on the show about Denzel Ward as well. You're trying to win games, and the idea that teams are far away from contention, the idea that Todd Monken was the worst hire, they hired a defensive coordinator who has not called play. Those are all things that are true. However, I don't believe in that. You're never far away from winning, right? You always, as a coach, as an organization, you're trying to do everything you can to win. Nothing. I don't understand trading your best player, but you're trying to win. That's culture. And people talk, what is culture? You get good players and you keep good players. You don't trade good players and then continuously build capital, and continue to lose because no one wants to come here then. The Browns, keep Myles Garrett. You keep Denzel Ward. You sign these guys. You sign good players, and you see what you can do. The idea of winning is not what you say; it's what you do. And Myles Garrett has a no-trade clause. He's in the prime of his career. They gave him a lot of money. He rewarded them with the best sack season of all time. Let's see what Rubenberg can do. He's very similar in terms of schematics in that wide five. So, Myles Garrett's going to get a bunch of opportunities again. You don't win with coaches. You don't win with draft. You win with players. And Myles Garrett's one of the best players in the league. He's the best defensive player in the league. You keep guys like that.